Imagine a scorching summer in London, 1858. The city's heart, the River Thames, usually bustling with boats and commerce, has transformed into something nightmarish. The air is thick with an unbearable stench, so overpowering that it halts the entire city, even forcing Parliament to flee its chambers. This was not just any bad smell, this was the Great Stink, a crisis so severe it would change London forever. At this time, London was the largest city on the planet, a bustling metropolis where over 2.5 million people lived, worked, and unfortunately, dumped their waste. The River Thames, a source of life for the city, had become its cesspool. Decades of untreated human waste and industrial runoff flowed directly into the river, a putrid mix made even worse by the advent of the flush toilet. The river was so contaminated that it teemed with bacteria, and its water was a deadly cocktail that many unwittingly drank, leading to recurring outbreaks of cholera. But in the summer of 1858, the situation reached a breaking point. An intense heatwave gripped the city, causing the water level in the Thames to drop and the river to stagnate. The waste, now concentrated and baking in the sun, released a stench so vile that it brought the mighty British Empire to its knees. The smell was so pervasive that even the most powerful men in the land, the members of Parliament, were driven out of their chambers, their debates drowned out by the odour wafting in from the river. The Great Stink was more than just a nuisance. It was a public health disaster in the making. Cholera, typhoid, and other deadly diseases were already claiming lives in the thousands, and the foul state of the Thames was the culprit. Something had to be done, and fast. Enter Sir Joseph Bazalgette, a man who would become a hero in the annals of engineering. The government, now desperate to solve the crisis, turned to Bazalgette to save the city from its own filth. With a bold vision and unshakable determination, Bazalgette devised a plan that was as grand as it was ambitious. An intricate network of underground sewers that would carry waste far away from the city, purify it, and then release it downstream, away from London's drinking water sources. Bazalgette's design was nothing short of revolutionary. It involved constructing miles upon miles of massive brick-lined tunnels, some large enough to walk through, hidden beneath the city's streets. His system was built to last, designed to serve not only the London of his day but also the London of the future. Construction began in 1859, and over the next decade the city was transformed. As the sewers were completed and began to function, the Great Stink dissipated, and with it, the spectre of deadly disease. The impact was immediate and profound. The air cleared, the Thames began to heal, and Londoners could breathe easy again, literally. The number of cholera cases plummeted, and life in the city improved dramatically. Bazalgette's work was more than a solution to a temporary crisis. It was a monumental achievement in public health and urban planning that would influence cities around the world. The Great Stink of 1858 was a disaster that forced London to confront its own filth and neglect. But out of that foul-smelling summer came a triumph of human ingenuity, a modern sewer system that not only saved the city, but set a new standard for public health and infrastructure. It was a story of how one man's vision turned the tide against a tide of waste, turning a river of death back into a river of life.